What? I said what? How many times? God damn. So Tony tells me that I said a world record number of times in a 20-minute video in the last one that I made. So I guess to keep myself honest, I'm going to have to install an counter. That should shut him up. Hey Tony, everybody's a critic. Anyway, let's get back to our product research. All right, so here we are with our armchair slipcover. Now, this part of the product research process is the most important. It's not that difficult, but it's very important that you take every step and do it correctly, because this is the part of the process that most people fuck up. So if you're going to have an unsuccessful product, chances are you broke one of the following rules. So rule 1, we have to determine whether these awesome looking sales here are real sales. And how we do that is with a free Chrome extension called Keepa. This is what it looks like. So why do we look at Keepa? Keepa is going to tell us how long this product has been selling, and it's going to tell us the best sellers rank, which is this green line. And the reason that's important is if there's a massive dip in this, the lower the better, by the way. This is when they first issued their listing, and obviously it's really high and it's come down over time. It's fluctuated fairly regularly. So this tells me this guy, if he ever did do a launch or a giveaway, it was probably early on, and these are real sales that we're seeing here. So why is it important if he launched recently? Class, can anyone tell me? It's because the Jungle Scout Chrome extension does not know if these are giveaways or if they're sales. So it's really important for you to do your due diligence and find that out for yourself. Odds are, if this guy's been selling for 4 months, or what is that, 3 months, that he's not still launching. And his price is really steady too. I don't know if this guy ever did a launch, to be honest. Maybe he did right here. It's hard to tell. But it doesn't matter. That far back, it doesn't matter. So step 1, verify that they're not currently launching. And you're going to want to do this for any listings when we get to it on the search page. Any listings that look suspicious, that have really low reviews and so forth. Oh, a quick word before we go on. The Jungle Scout Chrome extension is, remember when we were looking yesterday at Jungle Scout's options, and one was the web app and the other was a Chrome extension? This is the Chrome extension. So when you see people in Facebook groups talking about the JS EXT or Jungle Scout EXT, this is what they're referring to. This is probably the most common sales tool amongst Amazon sellers. Helium 10 is another one. I know Tamara and the FBA Winners Group really likes that. I've never really used it. I don't have any problems with this. The data is way off in most cases, but you know, when it's this high, it doesn't really matter. So this is the basic one. There is a pro version which has a competition score, which is totally useless. Don't bother with that one. It's double the price, and you don't need it. Trust me. The competition score is completely wrong. I've seen trash rated as an 8 and really good. Like my niche is listed as a 5, and it's an awesome niche. So I don't trust that number at all. I'd rather figure it out for myself. On to step 2. Step 2 is probably the most important one. I don't know, these are all important, but this is really important. So step 2 is figuring out what our primary keywords are for this product. I'm guessing that armchair slipcover is what it would be. So how we're going to find out if that's a good search term is we're going to go back into our web app. We were on the product database. Now we're going to go to the keyword scout. We're going to put our keywords in here, and we're going to check the search volume. Usually you're going to find that what you think is the primary search term is not what people are searching. Here you go. 1,000 people, that's it, are searching for armchair slipcover. Chair covers is our word. That is our primary target keyword. 170,000 people are broad matching it. 40,000, that's awesome for an exact match. That's really high. And it looks like a really good niche so far. So that's step 2. We've found our keyword. And you're not just going to be listing under this keyword. You're going to be listing under this one too, and probably this one, and several other ones. Chair slipcover has good search results. Slipcover, slipcovers. So the primary one that we're going to be targeting though is chair cover. So we're just going to click on this, and we're going to run our Jungle Scout Chrome extension on this page of search results that the web app has opened for us. See it, put in chair cover. Make sure it's always in all departments. Always search all departments. Don't search just the, for the home and whatever furniture it would be. So let's open our Jungle Scout Chrome extension. And by the way, this number here is what you would normally see on the Pro version. How I got this here is through, I think it was this tool here. This is a free Chrome extension as well, AMZ Scout Pro. It's actually a paid extension, but you only have to pay for it after you've clicked on it, I think something like 500 times. I never click on it. I just leave it there for this useless recommended score, which, I don't even know why I bother with that, but it's saying this is a good niche. Let's find out for ourselves. So we're going to look through, and right off the bat, the monthly sales are awesome. However, the average reviews really high, and the average price is probably a little high for a lot of people as well. So let's just look here. Now, the other thing I noticed right off the bat is how many of these people are making huge money. So this is a very lucrative niche. Yeah, there's a high barrier to entry in the reviews, but like we said the other day, do you really care as a customer if something has 100 reviews or 50 reviews or 5,000 reviews? I personally don't. I can tell you from experience of selling with 0 reviews for several weeks that people don't care. A lot of people don't care. You can build a business with very low reviews. That's just how Amazon is. There's a lot of people like me who don't really care. I mean, I'm not that wild with my money. I wouldn't buy something that was, 0 reviews. However, I would buy something with 3 reviews or 4 reviews. I don't give a damn if it has 2,000 reviews. As long as it has a few reliable reviews, that's all I care about. My niche looked a lot like this. It was probably more like this. There's a lot of sellers on page 1. There's one seller on page 1 of my niche that doesn't have over 100 reviews. He only has 50, and that was my main competitor that I targeted. But here what we're looking at is, yeah, there's tons of reviews. However, Amazon's algorithm pushes variation. So if you have something that is a variation on what everyone else is selling, and it looks like no one is selling our pillowcase combo, the free bonus pillowcase thing, as long as you're not finding people that have free bonus in their listing title, you may have a chance at getting pushed up in the algorithm by Amazon just for being different. But that isn't being on page 1 isn't the be all end all of success on Amazon. I'm not on page 1 for any of my keywords. I've been on page 1 for a couple of days before I sold out for my main keyword. However, that was only for a couple of days, and I was selling $4,000 a week for the last few weeks before I ran out of stock. So you don't have to be on page 1. Through clever PPC and being high on page 2 for several keywords, you can sell very well. So down here, there's people that are still selling well, and the good thing about this niche is everybody's making a ton of money on page 1. This is the lowest guy, and a lot of people would consider that to be good money. However, I'm still not saying this is a good niche because we still don't have enough information. It looks like too high a competition to me. So again, I wouldn't trust this number here. So step 4 is to figure out if anybody is offering the same thing that we are offering. And from the looks of it, nobody is giving the pillowcases away with the chair cover. So that's good. That sets us apart, and Amazon likes that. So that brings us to step 5. How do we compete if we're not sure? Now, we might be able to get on page 1 just through launching. However, I doubt it. Your path to page 1 is probably through PPC on this product. I don't think a launch would be feasible because daily sales, like, yeah, I guess so. You might be able to make it to page 1, the bottom of page 1, but that's still good enough because a lot of people search multiple pages. I just bought some stuff off Amazon and I searched 3 pages. Sometimes I search, just look at the first things that come up, and other times I'll search 3 or 4 pages deep. So what we want to figure out now is step 5. What is the PPC cost? Are we going to say we can't get to page 1? Are we going to be able to sell out our product at least through PPC? And the answer is yes. It's very good. So chair covers, 60 cents broad PPC bid. And broad PPC is the lucrative PPC. That's what I get all of my most profitable sales from. My broad match PPC campaigns they have an ACOS, which is average cost of sale, meaning how much are you spending on advertising? The lower the better. They have an ACOS of 7%, 7 to 15%. My profit margin is 40 almost. So I still have a very healthy 20 to 30% profit margin, even with my PPC sales. So exact match is what you would do to try and increase your rank for this keyword. So we're going to talk about PPC and broad and exact more in depth in a future video. What I wanted to look at though today is the first steps in determining whether this is a good product. And so far it looks okay. It's not spectacular because it's really high barrier for entry. However, if you just could not find anything else, you would at least be able to get in here with PPC. So as long as you have a good listing, at least as good as this guy's, and you have that value add in the pillowcase covers as a free bonus, you are going to sell via PPC with this product. It may take you a long time. It may take you a year or longer to get to page 1. However, because as we saw, PPC is very profitable, that's okay. So that's exactly what I did with my product, and look how well it's selling. So this isn't it though. We don't know for sure if this is a good product yet. We still have to look at Alibaba and find a manufacturer and find out what the costs are for making this product and getting it shipped. So, because this is going to be a sea shipping item. This is a 2-pound plus item. You can't airship this, at least not in large quantities. Maybe if you run out of stock you could, but for a short period you could rely on air shipping to fill the gap. But that's what we'll be discussing in the next video, is how to source this from the supplier to determine the next steps in whether this is a good product or not. All right, let's get back to the warehouse. Hey, not bad. Hey, Tony? How many ums was that? Nothing is good enough for you. Everybody's a critic. Anyway, come back tomorrow when we're going to either do the next step in the product research process, or we might do a live stream depending on how many subs I've got by tomorrow. I'm going to be advertising this on my other YouTube channel, so I may have a whole bunch more subs by tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so come back next time and we'll do more stupid shit. Tony, cut the feed!